Hello, everybody. I got a haircut today, so I'm very clean cut. I feel good. I got a shave too. Like I should have shaved my neck. That's what I do. I get a haircut and I shave my neck, so I stay pretty primed up. But no, my haircut girl is friends with me on Facebook, and she said, "Hey, how are you doing?" And I was like, "Good." And she goes, I don't get on Facebook much, but I saw what happened, and I know that you had." She didn't want to say it. You had your thing a month ago, and you look good, but do you feel okay? And I was like, yeah, it's. I mean, I've been getting better and better. So I got my hair cut, and everything was good. We talked about it, and she expressed concern and stuff, and that's great. I'm thankful to have people out there that care how I feel, and all the thoughts and prayers and well wishes and warm fuzzies. I think they help. I'm a law of attraction kind of person, and I think that the more minds that focus on an idea, the idea is manifested. And so my mind is definitely on my health and doing better. I feel just tons better. I am still on an upward path. I don't have anything really, no new news today except for this might be the first day that I haven't gotten my exercise in. I've just been so busy and a lot of stuff to do, and I still have a lot of stuff to do. And making food after a heart attack, for some people, I'm going to say at least for me, making food has become a full-time job. So like I'm in the middle right now. I don't know if you guys heard me mention in one of my prior videos that I try to eat greens multiple times a day because studies show that eating greens boosts nitric oxide more than anything. And nitric oxide is what vasodilator. It makes your blood veins open up, and that's good. You want to be open. You have less blockages. It's better for your blood for them to be open and unclogged. And also raw garlic that has been chopped or minced and not cooked because it destroys I don't know the word, there's a chemical, and that sits for 10 minutes. It multiplies like 20-fold for this very potent clot dissolver. So every day I'm having raw garlic chopped up into small pieces. I'll show you in a second. I saute or boil some type of greens. I don't cook it too much, but just enough to get them soft. And then if you put balsamic vinegar, or even any kind of vinegar actually, it will help intensify the nitric oxide production. Again, you want nitric oxide production in your body because this is what makes your veins open up and makes them stronger and makes your endothelium, or the inner lining of your vessels, stronger. This is what prevents you from having heart attacks, because the endothelium, if you think of it, the best way I can describe it is, and this is my limited understanding of it, is think of like a bread, a loaf of bread. So the loaf of bread has that thin little plastic cover, okay? Your endothelium is 1 cell thick. It's very small, but it has to cover the inner lining of your vessel wall, the muscle, and it prevents the plaque from breaking through. So it kind of protects it. It's like the shield. But plaque hardens and can poke, it can damage that endothelium and kind of stick through. And when the plaque sticks through, then plaque is kind of dipping its finger into your blood. And when your blood senses, your endothelium, even when it senses that there's something foreign there, which plaque is, it responds by clotting. So the clot is where plaque is broken through, and your body's responding by clotting it up, and then that clot stops the blood flow, and then you have a heart attack. So this is just a chain reaction of a terrible set of, chain of events. Plaque there's so many things that affect the buildup of plaque. Your dietary cholesterol, lack of exercise, no vasodilation, endothelial poor health. So all of these things play a role in making someone have a heart attack. Smoking and nicotine in general plays a role into this because it weakens the endothelium already. So that one small level of protection you have against plaque breaking through, it weakens that and making it prone to break and crack. And then nicotine constricts your vessels. So then you got to imagine that bag in there is getting stretched small, and then it tries to get back to normal, and it's just bad. It's just a movement. Just imagine you got a wire that you just bend back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Eventually it'll snap. The constant motion, in tight, open wide, in tight, open wide, not meant to do. It's meant to be pretty regular and open a little bit, but not really constrict. Constriction is freezing. You get cold, your vessels constrict. It's not good for them to be doing it. And people that smoke or vape, or patch or whatever, you're having a constant flux of clothes open just regularly. It's bad. It's really bad. I'm not trying to preach on not smoking, but vaping is what probably contributed to my heart attack. So I'm definitely not going to do it. But anyways, eating greens multiple times a day. When you eat them, you have about 2 hours that your body responds with making the nitric oxide and no more. So it's a wasted effort to eat a bunch of greens at once because it's only gonna do this effect for 2 hours and then it's done. So if we eat a little bit or a lot, 2 hours is all you get. So this is why Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn recommends that you eat greens. He says 6 times a day. I can't get them in that often. Like I'm going to try my best, but so far I've not been successful. I'm getting them in at least twice a day and maybe 3 times a day. Because sometimes as a late night snack, I'll eat some greens, but you just got to saute it or whatever for a short period of time. You don't need a ton. Like a fist's worth is all you really need to consume. But I've been chopping up a clove of garlic a day and eat it with it. And I'll show you real quick. That's what it looks like. I'm letting it sit. I'm going to eat it. I actually am going to get some balsamic vinaigrette. There's nothing special about a brand or a flavor or nothing. It's just vinegar. And then the greens, it honestly doesn't matter. It could be broccoli, asparagus, kale, Swiss chard, collard greens. This is spinach. And you don't need to put too much of the vinegar on there to do its magic. So literally, like, let's see if you can see. Yeah, you can see. He calls it anoint it with a few drops. That's enough. That's literally enough. You just got to get a little bit in there, chew it around really good in your mouth. There's a whole lot of science underneath this that I don't want to bore you with, but it's super healthy for you. There's no better, quicker, more potent way to get your endothelial health up where you'll prevent, even if your cholesterol, you need to get it down and control. But even if you don't, even if your cholesterol is kind of high, endothelial health and strength is what's going to prevent the next heart attack. So there's people that have excess cholesterol, but their endothelial is ultra strong and it just won't allow any breakages and plaque to come through so that your blood responds by clotting. So it's not a very complex idea, but the things we eat, there's so many things. If you just Google what damages the endothelium or endothelial cells, everything. And it's mainly the stuff that we eat. So seed oils, any oils, damages it. Salt damages it. Salt also raises your blood pressure. So blood pressure is high. It puts stress on that artery. The artery has to squeeze a little more. It's got external pressure coming exerting on it. And all of this is what creates heart attacks. It's a synergistic chain of events that you want to avoid. And I'm doing my best to avoid it. I'm happy to report. So I mentioned that I went and had my echocardiogram, which is to measure the strength of the lower part of my heart that was lazy after my heart attack. They had estimated me at 45% ejection fraction, I think it's called. It's a measure of how strong your heart is. Not only did I have that, but I had a weak flap where blood comes out. And so again, the fear was that it'll clot in there because blood's not really coming out, it's swirling. They called it a swirl cloud within my heart. So the new echo results show that I'm at about a 55 to 60% ejection fraction, which is great because normal is 65%. So I'm close to normal. It says that I'm almost completely devoid of abnormal behavior or abnormalities. Even the wall, there was a wall abnormality before that says it's barely even visible now. So 1 month since the heart attack, and all of these things that I've been doing with my plant-based eating and the greens, no oils, whole foods, basically, hardly any processed. I've had a few cheat meals. I even had some pizza. So I had a little cheese, but this is not a daily, for sure, special occasion stuff. And I'm going to keep doing it. It's not even hard. I'm actually looking forward to this spinach I'm going to put. I've got an assortment. Look at these spices. I got all kinds of spices. I'm going to put, this actually opens up your vessels a little bit too, a vasodilator, red pepper. I've got my green salt you may have seen in one of my other videos, which is very low sodium. I like turmeric a lot. Turmeric's a great anti-inflammatory. Some more garlic, some powdered garlic, regular salt, I'd hardly touch that, pepper. That's the stuff that goes on there, and it's good. And like I said, I'll learn to eat anything. I'll eat beets. I'll eat mushrooms straight off the ground. If that's what it takes to get me back in shape and my heart health back, that's what I'll do. So there's the report. I had a great echocardiogram that shows that my heart's almost back to normal. And I mean, that's probably, honestly, that's even better than where it was prior, because you don't just get this overnight. I've probably had a couple of years where my heart's been on the down trend, and I've been just feeling kind of shitty, and then adapt to it. You know, you think, well, work was hard today, or well, I didn't get enough sleep last night. So I feel great. There's a report. See you guys later.